Right, so this week we're going to try and make glue from garlic because I've heard it's a thing. Okay, so I've had garlic being a glue. We're going to try sticking some paper and some various combinations of different types of leather and different orientations of leather because I think that's what it's been used for in the past. So first of all, we need to move this out of the way. And we need to peel all of our garlics. Okay, so there's a really easy way to peel garlic in theory when you've got a lot of it to do, and that is to get all your garlic cloves, put them in a tub like this, put the lid on, and then shake. Right, so test one. I'm going to do some paper, and the 1 or 2 documents I found online said you can just cut this and squeeze it and rub the juices on the paper. I suspect I'm going to need more juice than I can get out. And then we'll leave it in the sun so that it's not the moisture that's holding it together. So I'm pretty sure this won't work on the leather as is, so we're gonna mash all this lot up and then put it in water and give it a good boil for a little while, and then we'll see what kind of concoction we get out. It might be that it's really weak. There's more. I made a filter and a funnel for the jug, and I want to get all the chunks out before I start thickening this up too much, because if it's too thick I won't be able to get the chunks out easily. So I think that's enough. Most of the bits are really soft now. So ideally if we had a blender we would use that, but we don't. So we're just going to do this and then do the pouring thing. The paper might not be thick enough to support all this weight, but we'll see. If it doesn't hold, we'll just make another one that's double layered or whatever. So we're just going to pick it up and give it a quick squeeze. Okay, so now we have some slightly strong urine, and We're going to condense it all again in here. We'll stop there and see how this dries. Cooled with a tiny bit. It's cooled and it's definitely thicker. And we've got some in there. I don't know how should it go thick because it's still reasonably runny. I mean, it's thicker, but it's still a bit runny. So let's put this on here. It's definitely sticky. So let's do test 2. That on that. Like this. Okay, that's dry in the sun. Right. Right. So we've got test 1, which is what we did with just rubbing like raw garlic on a piece of paper. And it's definitely stuck it. Like I can't actually separate it, stuck it. Yeah. Okay, so the glue joint is stronger than the paper. So test 2 is the one we did a minute ago and it's dried in the sun. At least I'm pretty sure it's dry. And let's see how strong test 2 is. I realise this isn't very scientific, but I don't have a proper testing thingy. So, no. Again, it's the paper that's the weak point. So definitely strong, which is surprising. Can we even peel it apart? So no, the paper delaminates before the glue joint separates. Well, that's interesting. Right, so there's hope yet. So what I want to do is I want to do some leather tests. So I'm going to do the rough surfaces together. I'm going to do the shiny surfaces together. And this is upholstery leather, so this might have a wax coating on it or something. But we'll try it anyway. And then whichever one of these works best, we'll use the veg tan and we'll do a veg tan version of it as well. And that way we might have a completely natural leather glue. So I'm going to use the same thickness we used for test 2. And I'm just going to apply it on my finger really. Because it being slightly wet means it spreads quite nicely. Whereas if we make it thicker it might get a bit too like goopy to soak in. So I'm going to treat it like contact adhesive because that's kind of how it feels once it's gone tacky. I'm going to do 2 bits like that and then we're going to join them together and we're going to clamp them together. More tape. That's what we need. Cool. So let's go with that on that one. And then on the shiny side, we'll do the same. Right, so they've had a bit of time outside in the sun. Let's see. Oh, sticky paste. Stuck. That one's stuck. And oh, still damp in there. Oh, this might take longer to dry than I thought. Okay, so because it took longer to dry, what I've done is I've done this. I've decanted some of this so I've got some more of test 2 glue. And now I want to thicken it a bit more in the pan and That way we can have a really concentrated version. Okay, so I've made it so it virtually doesn't move in the pan anymore. Made it really thick. It's made the smell quite a bit stronger as well. And we're going to try the same tests of rough sides and smooth sides together. Ouch. And that goes on there. And that goes on there like that. Right, so I've done the veg tan. There. Get rid of these other samples. And these two, even though it's been another day, still don't come apart. And well, the veg tan's pretty good. I can't even like unpeel it. It just bends. It's really surprising. Considering this is basically garlic sauce that's holding this together. So, really impressed. I'm going to keep this bit for now. I'm not going to try and really peel it apart. I'll do one of these. but I want to see how much weight I can suspend off this, and I should be able to do like a little short video at some point in the very near future. I'm going to try and peel this one because this has had the most force through it, and see if I can get this apart. And in the meantime, while you watch me do this, I would be ever so grateful if you would go and subscribe to the channel, and if you found this interesting, leave a like. If you want me to do more weird experiments with unexpected results, because this is really quite surprising. This is better than most commercial glues that I've used. And at some point I'm going to do a really big batch of it and see if I can get a good sized bottle of this for future use, because I really can't get this apart. This is really strong. And I'm not removing it. I'm tearing the leather. The leather's debonding and leaving a layer of itself on the other piece. Oh, I nearly got it. Yeah, I got it. And it doesn't smell like garlic. You'd think it smells like garlic, but it doesn't. You can see this delaminated the leather. That's how strong it is.